world, and welcome to my belated Tome Topple TBR. I wanted to film and upload this video before the Tome Topple readathon started, but then I got sick. So here we are, it's belated. I already started reading, so I am on track with the readathon itself. I just didn't get around to sharing my TBR with you beforehand. You might be able to tell from my voice that I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm better now. I had a fever and I just didn't really feel like putting myself on film and putting it out into the world for everyone to see. So yeah, there you go. Here we are now with the Tome Topple TBR. The book I already started reading is 1Q84, I never know how to say this title, by Haruki Murakami. I'm about, let me check, 23 pages in. You can see that this is quite a heavy book. I'm gonna get to this later. Basically, I realized when picking up books for this readathon that I only have 4 books that are over 500 pages. I do have a lot of books that are like 480 pages, 490 pages. I even have a 498 page book. But those aren't tomes. We're talking about 500 and more pages. And yeah, I realize I only have 4 of those books. So I'm going to show you these in a bit and tell you what challenges those apply to. The other thing I realized when preparing for this readathon was that I don't have time to read that many pages. I'm busy. I'm a full-time bookseller. I work most of the time, and when I don't work, I have other stuff to do, so I barely read as it is, let alone 500-page books in 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what books could apply to which challenges. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm actually going to read. So the first challenge is to read more than 1 tome. Now, I'm trying to do that. As I said, I don't think I'm actually going to do it. I'd be surprised if I get through 1, let alone more than that. But as I said, I already started Haruki Murakami's book. And this right here, this book that I have here, is actually over 1,000 pages because this is a bind-up of the first 2 books in the series. If I do finish the entire book that I hold in my hands, that does mean that I did finish technically 2 tomes, 2 books with more than 500 pages. And also, if I only managed to read half of this, I still would have managed to technically read 1 tome, because these are 2 books in 1. I really like that. I really like that I found myself a loophole. So yeah, that's what I'm focusing on. This is the one that I started. This is the one that I actually plan on at least trying to finish during the readathon. I really like to do that. There is still a 3rd part in the series that's also like, I think nearly 500 pages, so that's for the next one. Now, the next challenge is to read the tome that's been on my TBR the longest, and that would be Das Buch, or The Book, by Wolfgang and Heike Holbein. Those are German authors. I really like everything I've read by Wolfgang Holbein so far. I really enjoy his creations of worlds, like the way he builds his fantasy worlds. I just really enjoy that. I honestly don't know what this is about. A friend gave it to me because she didn't want it anymore. I just know that it's called The Book. It's by an author I like, and it has more than 500 pages. That might be the reason why I haven't started reading it yet. It's been on my TBR for about 2 years now. I just don't know what it's about, but I do know I want to read it at some point. I also know I'm probably not going to do it during this readathon, but there you go, this could be it. Then the next challenge is to read a book that's part of a series or the beginning of a series. As I said, these are the first 2 books in a trilogy by Haruki Murakami, so I'm gonna count that This is basically 2/3 of the series, and we'll see how far I get into that. And then there are the challenges to read a genre you don't usually read and to read an adult novel. For me, that's basically the same thing. And as I said, I don't know what this is about, so I don't know what genre this is. And again, I'm just gonna count this book. I'm gonna put all the challenges into this, because this is, as far as I know, kind of a crime story. Not really a thriller, but like there's some crime involved, there's some detective work. I mean, already the main character is over 30, that's not usually what I read. Now, you may notice that I only talked about 2 books so far, and I said I had 4 tomes on my TBR. The other 2 are both by Jenny Yen. This is her latest novel, and one of her earlier ones. Now, for everyone who doesn't know yet, hi, I'm Hannah. I love Jenny Yen. She's my favorite author. She's a German author. She's pretty young, and she writes amazing fantasy. Sadly, her books aren't translated into English, but if you're able to read German books, then you should definitely check her out. She's just brilliant, and I adore everything I read by her. And both of these books are over 500 pages, as are most of her other books. She writes quite long, standalone fantasy, and I am super duper excited to get to both of these, obviously, since she's my favorite author. But the thing is that I love her so much that I want to have the time to give both of these books the attention they deserve. And I do quite enjoy kind of binging her books and getting really lost in the story. And as I said, I don't have much time at the moment, so I wouldn't be able to do that right now. So I'm gonna put these aside, I'm gonna ignore them for the Tome Topple Readathon and put them back on the shelf for now, and get back to these when I have time. Maybe for the next Tome Topple Readathon, hopefully sooner, maybe during the holidays or something. But yeah, I just wanted to mention them as they are the 2 other tomes that I have in existence on my shelf, because apparently I like small books. Who knew? I knew. Basically, this is my TBR. This is all I'm gonna try to read. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get much into it. I am quite proud of how far I got. Also, can I just say, this paper is like so thin, I'm scared of ripping it. And I think they did that so that the book doesn't look even heavier. But yeah, I can't really tell you if I'm enjoying it so far, but I am trying my best to read this during the Tome Topple Readathon. And if I manage to do it, that would mean that I read 2 tomes. Fingers crossed. Let me know if you're participating in the readathon and what you're planning to read, how you manage to read a book that heavy, that big, that long, and if you have any tips for like carrying big books, because that's something I'm really struggling with. I got this really cool bookmark that like fixes the book, so it kind of holds it together, and that helps. But they're so heavy. Oh, yeah. So let me know if you have any tips or tricks and what you're planning to read and how far you've gotten so far. Let me know all that stuff in the comments down below, and I'm keeping all my fingers crossed for all of you who are participating, and for myself that I'm gonna get at least a little bit into my tome. And yeah, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you always have reason to smile, and I shall see you soon. Bye!